We are back. This is part 2, if you landed on this reading. So go make sure you watch part 1. It'll say part 1 of your I'm Over This Twin Flame Soulmate reading. Welcome back. Good evening, y'all. You hurt my teeth. Welcome in or welcome back. If you missed part 1, this is part 2. You can stick around for the conversation, or you can go watch part 1. But we are on part 2. So welcome in. It is called. Yes. Welcome in or welcome back. Natural, good evening. Miss G, good evening. Christy, good evening. Wait for y'all to come back up in here. Got a little bit intense. So hopefully we kind of calm it down a little bit. Love Dior, welcome back. Infinite, hello, good evening. Excuse me. Welcome in, homes. I'll give it one more minute and then we'll go ahead and start part 2. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Oh, shoot. I don't. I know a little bit. Let me take this off. Let me stop. But okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, we are now on. What is the? Oh, okay, this part may hurt a little bit. But what is the honest truth of what your twin flame or soulmate is up to? Okay, that is what we're on. So, what is the honest truth about what their twin flame or soulmate, whether in the future or currently, is up to? Just take it how much I can resonate, okay? You got reach out to me through email so she doesn't know, so she won't know. Hiding shit. Everybody kept in the dark. Everybody's kept in the dark. You are kept in the dark. You was once kept in the dark, and somebody's currently kept in the dark. So I can break this down into, if this person is not in your life, they're hiding something from whoever they're dealing with now. Okay. If they are in your life, you might want to go check some shit. Okay. And if they've already been in your life before, they're not now, for whatever reason, they already still hiding some shit. You're not the only person kept in the dark. Literally. You might want to check it. I have... Now, I'm going to have to write her ass, because what the fuck is a scratch scar? Scratch. It's either a scratch or a scar. What the fuck is a scratch scar? Scratch scar. be spell checking, because this ain't the only deck where she got a spell check at. I have scratch scars on my skin from the karmic trying to fight me. What the fuck is a scratch scar? That's what it say. That's what it say. I have scratch scars. Ooh, anybody call it that? Scratch scars? I ain't never heard that day in my life. Maybe it is lady. You have stubborn. I tried pushing her away, but she doesn't get it. I tell the karmic multiple lies just so she gets off my ass about shit. I've noticed my karmic only looks for the bad in me. They're still unloved. Okay? This person is still unloved. So if you're getting ready for a soulmate to come into your life, this soulmate in particular to come into your life, they are about ready to show the fuck up. But I'm going to need for you to love yourself and value yourself where you don't accept this person to come back in unhealed or to come into your life unhealed. You don't need that baggage. We kind of already discussed that in part 1. You don't want that motherfucker. But you don't want to get into the energy where you're desperate for this person. Well, you do just accept this person because you don't need them. You don't need them. And the quicker you can see that you don't need them, the quicker you can be happy without them. You'll be okay with them getting their shit together because you're working on you. You still getting your life, you still getting what you want. You're not putting your life on hold to wait for this person to get their fucking shit together. Male or female, doesn't matter. Just listen to the motherfucker raving. You're not waiting for them to get their shit together. You don't got time to be just sitting here waiting for this person to realize that they got shit to do when it comes to themselves. They need to go seek counseling. They need to work on themselves. You don't got time to be waiting on that. Especially when you've done all the fucking work. And then you wonder why I'm still waiting 10 years later for a soulmate to come in. Who are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Because if it was yourself, you'd make sure you was out and about, thoughting and bopping or whatever else it is. Okay? Because I ain't got time to worry about a person or what the fuck I do with my vagina or whatever else it is. You do with it. Okay? I thought bop wherever the fuck I want to thought bop at. Yeah, yeah. That's my song. Okay? Wherever you want to. Okay? You're not going to worry about it. Right now, look, caught. I had to ghost because I got caught, right? All the damn ghosting in the world. All the damn ghosting in the world. So I feel like the honest truth about what this person's up to is some bullshit. And really, I feel like you honestly should not be concerned about it. You should not be concerned about it. They doing whatever they was doing to you. Okay? Whatever you have been put through before, this person is mirroring it. So if you're single and you're wanting somebody to come into your life, don't believe the hype when that motherfucker come up in there into your life and tell you, if they tell you, it was all on them. It was their fault. Because you already getting the front row seat to what they are enduring, what they are putting that person through, what they are going through. You may not get the same exact person, but if they come in there and they tell you, any man or woman, I do not care, and they tell you it was all that person, cut them loose. Cut them loose. Cut them loose. So when I sit here and I tell a man, like if I tell him about my past relationships or whatever else it is, now you're going to get women that's going to tell you, don't tell a man none of your secrets or whatever else it is. You don't want to tell them what the fuck you endured. I wish a bitch would. Okay, because I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person. So if I sit here and I tell you what I endured in my past relationship and you fucking try it, I'm not the same person. And please don't think I'm saved enough not to go off the handles. Okay? I'm not the same person. But you're not the same person. But give me a sec to bring it back to where I was. Hold on. Where was I? What did I just say? Accountability, that's what I was about to say. Accountability. So if I sit here and I tell somebody what my ex put me through or whatever, I'm going to also tell them what the fuck I did too. I did the shit too. He started the bullshit. Continuously. It's like poking the bear. Till the bear says, fuck this shit, I'm tearing all this shit up. Whenever I fucking want to tear it up. Because, bitch, you got me fucked up. Okay? I was too nice for my own good. He made me who I was. If you really want to be honest. He didn't make me who I was. He brought it out of me. He brought it out of me. It was already there. That tension was already there. That anger was already there. He just brought it out. I just had to find a way to deal with it. How to control it. So, eventually, I controlled it. Like, I feel like I be doing a good job controlling it. I walk away from situations and everything. But once I lose it, it's just done deal. It's a done deal. I can't take it back. I'm going to have all the blackouts in the motherfucking world. Spare your soul. I hope it does, because I will not fight fair. When I tell you I'm probably about to go get locked up, I mean that. I mean that. But either way it goes, I'll be walking away from situations. Thanks so much, Miss G. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shay, hello. Good evening. But either way, if the person comes into your life, male or female, doesn't matter, and they tell you that it's all this person, the reason that I am the way that I am, the blame is put on somebody, please don't ever think that the blame will never be placed on you. That's when you need to be saying, sayonara, bitch, you need to work on yourself. Because I know it wasn't that person. It wasn't just that person. It wasn't just that person. Yes, my ex may have brought the anger out of me, but I chose how I responded to it. I still chose to stick around. For whatever reason, I still chose to stick around. It takes two. So I want you to be mindful when somebody tries to enter your life and they cannot take accountability of whatever part they may have played. They may not have been evil. They may have been the lesser evil. But they still were evil in some type of way. They still were involved in some type of way. Right? But like I said, I know a lot of women will tell you, don't share what the fuck you experienced in your past relationship, because a person will try you. Okay? Like I told you, I'm not sane, but for the sake of not just me being sane, because some of y'all are sane, okay? And you're not going to pull at me. Some of y'all going to pull at me. I'm here for it. But some of y'all not going to pull at me. So you're not going to be that, bitch, I wish the fuck you would type, okay? That's how I used to be. It was in me, but it wasn't out just yet. So, like I said, because I don't want to keep forgetting it, I know some of you guys will not sit here. I know a lot of women, say, don't tell a man, what the fuck you experienced in your past relationship, because then they're going to think that they can give you less, or whatever else it is. You know your worth. You know your value. You know as soon as this motherfucker act up, you're going to walk away. We're not going to do it again. So I don't care how much I tell you about what my ex did to me. I don't love you enough. I don't love you more than me to ever sit here and let you play in my face. So I can sit here and tell you what my ex did to me, and you can try it if you want to. I won't be present. Because a man or woman that respects you will not put you through that. So I want you to honestly be open with the shit. Okay? Stop hiding that fucking shit. Be open with them. Tell them what you've been through. So that way when they first try to play that shit against you, you can go ahead and bounce. You didn't waste no time. Okay? You didn't waste no time. Because now they showed you what they were capable of. You didn't have to wait for it. They showed you. I'm going to give you less than. Why the fuck would you not tell them so you could hopefully not get it? Because if it's within them, it's within them already. There ain't shit you can do to stop it. So not sharing it or sharing it ain't going to change nothing if it's already within them. If they already had intentions on treating you like shit, they was already going to do it no matter what you said. No matter what you did. Okay? Just like you could be Susie Homemaker and everything else. You can cook and clean and everything else. But they'll still treat you like motherfucking shit because it's already within them. Already within them. Yeah, we didn't clarify. What are they up to? Stop letting people silence you. They tell you what they've gone through based off of their experiences. They tell you, don't tell them this, don't, look at that, Queen of Cups. Don't tell them this, don't reveal your hand or whatever else it is, based off of what they experienced. People can only really tell you, that's why I sit here and I say, I give examples based off of what I have gone through, okay? Anything that I have not gone through, I'm going to get an example from spirit, or I'm going to just shut the fuck up on it because I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Okay, I can't talk about shit I have not gone through. But people give you things, examples, or they give you advice based off what they have experienced. But you're not all living the same fucking life, and you'll never endure some of those things, right? You'll never endure or understand what a person with a two-parent household, a healthy two-parent household, has gone through. You'll never get their perspective. They'll never get the perspective of having a one-parent household. Okay? Even the one-parent household, we can break that down into different things. You'll never understand a one-parent household, the toxicity or the healthy version. Even to the two-parent household, right? I had a two-parent household. It was not healthy. It was not healthy. But I had a two-parent household. May not have been my mother and father together, but I had my father and my stepmother. I had my mother and my stepfather. Two-parent household. Both directions. Unhealthy. Both directions. Right? But you'll never fully understand, or they'll never fully understand, whichever way it goes, what the other person has necessarily endured. What was my point? So be open. Be open. Don't let nobody silence you. Okay, your truth is your truth. Don't let the world confuse you by telling you what you have to do. We already know how men operate. We already know how females operate. Be who you are. The right person is going to accept you. Right? The right person is going to accept you. If I love you enough, there's nothing you can't tell me that's going to make me run the fuck away. But if I don't give a fuck about you, yeah, you're going to tell me some shit and I'm going to run the other fucking way. I'm going to run the other fucking way. If you lost your legs today, right? I was with you. You had legs. We were able to walk together and everything else. But if you lost your legs today and I didn't give a fuck about you, I would not be present. But if you lost your legs today and I gave a fuck about you, I would be there for you. I'd be there for you. I would adjust. You got the Lovers. What's the truth, Spirit? You got the Queen of Swords. Now look at all this nighttime shit. Look at all this nighttime shit. They just hide it. Look at all this nighttime shit. Where the fuck is the daylight? You got the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You got the Lovers and the Queen of Cups. You saw all that darkness? Just see that. The truth about what they're going through, they're avoiding you, okay? There's a reason why the soulmate has not popped up on your timeline yet. Has not shown themselves, revealed themselves. They're hiding themselves, cloaking themselves. Whether they realize it or not, they're cloaking themselves. That twin flame is cloaking themselves. That's why they ghosted, okay? They're cloaking themselves. They're hiding from you. Hiding. They're not ready. They're not ready. They're not ready for this relationship. You may not even be ready. Okay, because it's the Queen and the King of Swords here. You both may not be ready. To reveal the true you. To really be ready and accept this relationship. Would you rather this person come in and know that they want to marry you right away, or come in and waste your fucking time for years while they get their shit together? I don't want to spend years with my person deciding if he wants to be with me or not. I don't want to spend years with my person while he goes through a financial fucking struggle. Come to me when you're ready. Come to me when you're ready. The truth is, your person is not ready. That's why you don't have what you want. They're not ready. But maybe neither are you. As above, so below, it's going to reflect. I think I said that in part 1. They're reflecting you. You're reflecting them. So the area that they're not ready in, there's an area that you're not ready in. Done. Moving on. Got it. So what's Spirit's message to you? Observe limitation. You have Spirit messages. Observe limitations. Five of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. When you're done, you're done. Damn. You got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, stop enduring shit you don't have to endure. There ain't enough patience in the world. There ain't enough love in the world. Stop enduring shit you don't have to endure. Stop putting up with shit you don't have to put up with. And calling it love. Because I feel like a lot of us have been taught the wrong fucking thing. We don't even know what love was because they didn't know what love was. Whoever we learned from, that was not a great example of love. That was not. So therefore, we carried on with what we thought love was. And that's why we're in pain now. Hurting and not getting what it is that we want. We can't even let go and be happy, be free, live the life that we want to live because we have been taught wrong. Whether it was through school or it was through a friend or whatever else it is. Like when I sit here and I say, I learned about sex through my friends. At 12. Actually, probably like 11, 12. That's how I learned about sex. That is not a good example. That's not a good example. So sometimes, like when I say I'm like the PG-13 nasty, right? The one nasty, I mean that. Yes, I can, be another type of way. But when it comes to communicating about sex, oh, I'm the PG-13 nasty. Because I feel like mentally, I still have that childlike sense when it comes to sex. Because that's the age where I learned it at. The age where you were uncomfortable talking about it. Ew, a penis. Ew, a vagina. Ew, right? That's where I learned it at. I didn't learn it from who I needed to learn it from. I learned it from the children, and that's how they had it. So anytime I start to think about it, I think that. I think that way. I don't think the adult way, because the adult wasn't the one talking to me. It was the children. What I endured from that young age as a child of watching my best friend basically get raped right in front of my eyes, and don't ask me the story, okay? Don't ask me the story. But just mentioning it took a toll on me. So there's like a gap right there, a mental gap when it comes to relating to that, right? Don't lose me, just hold on a minute. There's like a mental gap right there. Damn it, hold on. What the fuck was I saying? Here's a message. Must be, give me back. Somebody backed me up before I mentioned that part. What did I say? Oh, learning from the wrong people. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, of course. But like a girl every time, because that's when we kind of had that breakthrough. Puberty kicked in. We were young. Think about when you got your cycle, right? Think about when you first started really thinking about women. When you probably started masturbating or something, right? You learned from the wrong people what love was. You kept that value. You kept that experience. You kept that understanding. You kept that teaching. That's what I'm trying to get to. You kept that teaching. And now it's time to put it behind you. You are no longer that person. But the more you hold on to what you were taught when you were younger, the more it's going to interrupt your life. Because you're not that person anymore. That inner child has been hurting for quite some time. That inner child has been going off the understanding of what they knew, what they thought they knew. Because they didn't get what they should have gotten. And now Spirit is saying, you want to be happy, right? You want to have it all. gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You're not that person anymore. You gotta let it go. Blow it up. You got the sun. See what I mean? See what I mean? Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. You see that Five of Swords over here? The children, and then it's not you no more. But it's carrying on into your adulthood, right? What you endured through your childhood is carrying on into your adulthood. So all the actions you take are from a place of what you experienced before. The relationships that you choose are based off what you experienced when you were younger. And you got the Hermit. You got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. This is where I want you to be at. Okay? Pray, being true to yourself, being happy without this twin flame, soulmate, whoever. Right? You don't need them. Even if you are married, your spouse is your spouse, you chose your spouse and everything else, but who are you without them? Who are you without them? Why do you, like, if they left today, would you be okay? If they left this earth today, or they divorced you today, would you be okay without them? If they chose to give up everything you worked so hard for, would you be okay without them? Would you? Or will you cry over it? I mean, you're going to cry, of course. Well, some people. But I mean, like, harbor it. Harbor resentment. You know, pass it on to the next person. Because they treated me like this person's going to treat me like that. I got divorced once, so I'm more prone to get divorced again. Right? Will you carry that same attitude? Because what you're doing is carrying that same attitude from your childhood into your adult-like relationships. Because my mother treated me like this, I'm going to treat them like this. Because my father treated me like this, I'm going to treat them like this. Right? And so now, when somebody does something to you, oh, I already expected that. It still hurts because it was unhealed. But you already expected it. You're used to it. Right? With my ex, I was used to people yelling. I constantly had that in my household. I didn't like it. It triggered me. But I was used to it. So when he would curse me out and call me all types of names and everything else, I would think nothing of it. I was used to it. I was used to it. When he would put his hands on me and everything else, I was used to it. I was used to it. I kept coming back because it was something familiar. It was something familiar. Couldn't understand exactly why the fuck I kept coming back. I didn't want to, but I did. Couldn't get away from it. Because I was used to it. And I feel like men do it too. Women do it too. Men and women alike. We all go back to something that is unhealthy for us. Because we can't see our way out. Because we're used to it. Something within our childhood made us used to it. So we don't see that we should not still be there anymore. We should not be present anymore. We should have been put an end to this. We should not be moping over this. Right? We should choose ourselves. We should make ourselves happy. We should make that inner child happy versus continuing to make them miserable. But I feel like Spirit is saying it comes from your understanding of how you were raised, who you were around, your environment. But that can't always be an excuse. Can't always be an excuse. Okay? Can't always be an excuse. But let's move on. So, what chapter are you in and why hasn't it changed? What chapter is Taurus in and why hasn't it changed? Well, damn. You got coming together. You got feeling alone right here and seek at the bottom of the deck. So, honestly, Taurus, even though I said whatever title I titled this, you are in a chapter where you are meant to come together. There should have been a union. Not necessarily with your twin flame, but the right person, you should have been together already. Probably why you're sensing it. That's probably why you're longing. You're just longing for the wrong thing, right? But you're supposed to already be in a union. How about I say that? In a union, but with the right person. But I also feel like in a union with yourself. With yourself. Nope. You're supposed to be in a union. The reason why it hasn't happened yet is I feel like because you haven't came in a union with yourself. You're too concerned about coming into union with someone else versus coming into union with yourself first. You and your higher self. You and your child, what's the damn word? You and your inner child. When you gonna fix that? When you gonna come in a union with your inner child and feed your inner child what they need? Nine of Swords. Now, why the fuck is it so active outside? Nine of Wands. Oh, you at the end of a chapter. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you. The Three of Pentacles. You are literally at the end of a chapter. But there's still some worry here. Ten of Cups. Scared you won't ever be happy. Scared you won't have what you desire. Scared you're not worthy of it. And I feel like the scared you're not worried of it part comes from you thinking or feeling as if... Damn it, hold on. What the fuck was I saying? You won't have it. Shit, I forgot. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Ten of Pentacles peeking out. Nine of Cups at the bottom. Well, your worthiness, okay? That's why you don't have it yet. It really goes down towards to your worthiness. You don't need anybody. You don't need nobody. You got to see that you are capable of it. You can call whatever you want from the universe and have it. And have it. A lot of times, like back in the past, I used to be like, well, when a man comes in, I still think it, but not in the same manner. When a man comes in, he's going to go ahead and take care of these bills. I'm tired of fucking worried about this shit. Okay? I used to be so pissed off at, like, how the fuck does this motherfucker get to go live the fucking life that he wants to fucking live while I'm fucking stuck with something that I didn't even want. Okay? I love my baby though. Okay? But why can't I be heartless? Why can't I go out and live my fucking life as if I don't have no responsibilities, right? That's how I used to feel. Sometimes I still feel that way. But I used to feel it heavily back in the day. But I've been working on myself, right? I've been seeing that, well, I could live my life still, right? One thing Texas has taught me is, bitch, you could live your life. You could have a life. You chose not to have a life. You can go out there and be thotting and bopping, child or not. Child, because I can't say not. You know, you can go live your life. You didn't have to do that. You chose to, mope in that. You could go out there and be successful. You chose to mope in that. You chose to be more concerned about what he was not doing instead of what you were able to do. Right? You chose that. You spend years being mad at nothing. Wasting time. Wasting energy. When you could have been as successful as you wanted to be. That motherfucker was going to always do what he wanted to do. You couldn't control it. You can't change him. You can't force him to say hello to his son. You can't force him to say happy birthday. You can't force him to exist. But that's where your focus was. And you was focused there because something within your inner child said, well, the other parent needs to be present. Because you had a two-parent household, no matter how dysfunctional it was. You had one. So therefore, you thought that the man should be present. It had to be present because you never learned from a single mother. You never learned from a single mother. So because you never learned from a single mother, you was trying to live the same life. You were trying to live the same life. Good evening. You were trying to live the same life. But you don't know how that looks. But instead of finding out how that looks, you try to force something that wasn't there. That you weren't capable of, doing because you never learned that. Right? So instead of talking to that inner child and being like, look, we got this. We might be on our own, but we got it. You were going to function and focus on what you did not have to focus on. Trying to force shit. You don't even know how to fucking do that. Okay? You're trying to make something healthy from something unhealthy. You never learned what a healthy two-parent household looked like. You don't even know how to even begin it. And you don't realize, I'm talking to myself, but just listen as my example. You don't realize that what you're doing is making the same household that you grew up in. The same unhealthy household that you grew up in. You don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. Don't even realize it. So, Spirit is saying to you, why it hasn't changed is because you basically have not accepted it. You basically have not accepted it. I'm really trying to go back to where the fuck I was, so just give me a minute. You basically have not accepted it. You could have came together. You have not accepted yourself. That's where we are. You have not accepted yourself. You have not accepted yourself. I could not accept that I was going to be a single mother because I never wanted it, right? I could not accept that I was going to be a mother because I never wanted it. But if we sit here and be like, well, why didn't you want to be a mother when in your nature, you are nurturing? There's a reason why I did not do adoption. There's a reason why I did not do abortion. I could sit here and say, oh, it was the Bible, it was my beliefs, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I have the nurturing, characteristics. There's a reason. There's a reason why I sit here and I say I don't want a man with kids. I don't want to endure it. There's a part of me that's not healed. So therefore, I don't want a man with kids. I don't want another child around because I don't want to be left caring for them. Right? So therefore, I don't want a man with kids. I love too much. I love too much to sit here and accept a man and their child. I don't want to love that child. I don't want to fall in love with that child because there's a part of me that's not healed. Right? So therefore, I'd rather avoid it. And I'm not ready to face that. I can admit that. I'm not ready to face that. I'd rather avoid it. One day I'll face it. But the first step is admitting, right? But basically, in a nutshell, Spirit is saying to you, the reason why your situation has not changed, you have not come into union with the person that you desire, is because you have not come into union with yourself. You've been too focused on things that you can't concern yourself with, that's out of your control. Can't do nothing with it. Living those experiences based off of what you have learned. Struggling to try to make what you desire be truthful when you never lived that life. Right? You never lived that life. This can even go down into money. You want to be a millionaire but don't even know the first step to it. Because you grew up in poverty. You don't know how easy it is to manifest money because that's not the environment you grew up in. Oh, is it? Okay. It's good. Okay, cool. All right, so our last part, when will it change? When will it change? Damn. Spirit do not be playing around. You got goddess of compassion. Self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. Really, when you choose yourself, Taurus, when you choose yourself, listen, look at this. Your money will get better. When you choose yourself, and it's simple. Play back this reading, watch it again if you have to. The answer is within this reading, believe me. Some of this reading may trigger you, but it's what's needed, right? Your money will get better. The happiness that you are searching for or seeking is already within you. You will be able to find it. And when you find that happiness, you will watch your money grow. Okay? You will watch your money grow. You will be abundant. You will be abundant. Things will come easy to you. You don't have to try to figure out how you can make more money or figure out how you can be happy because it's just going to be there. But Spirit saying you got to stop searching for it. You have to realize that it's literally within you. What you are seeking is what's already within you. That inner child cannot be healed from the outside. That man cannot make you happy. That job cannot make you happy. You have to make you happy. You have to heal that inner child. That abandonment issue that you have. The inner child was abandoned. Your childhood self was abandoned by whomever. You have to find a way to fill that void because that man ain't going to do it for you. That woman ain't going to do it for you. Right? You have to find a way to heal whatever healing you need. But Spirit is saying it cannot be healed if you don't admit that there is something that needs to be healed. There is a problem. There's a reason why you're not happy. There's a reason why you don't have the money. There's a reason why you don't have the relationship that you want. Whether you're with somebody or not. There's a reason why you chose that person and you are unhappy. Why the fuck are you with them? But there's a reason. The Spirit is saying if you don't concentrate on yourself, you're never going to know the reason. You're never going to know the reason. You got the King of Wands again. You got the Nine of Wands again. And you got the Five of Swords. Page of Swords. The World. The Two of Wands. Quick introduction. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You know, I got so sick and tired. One of the reasons why I stopped doing readings for a minute. If you're new to my channel, I'm not new to this. It's just a new channel for Taurus only. So you would have to go follow my main channel, which I'm not posting any videos over there right now. I'm just doing live readings. Question and answers, which I'll end up doing tomorrow, not tonight. But, hold on a minute. There's a reason why I stopped doing readings for a minute. I got so sick and fucking tired of love readings. I got so sick and tired of them. If I want to grow my channel to 1 million subscribers, I promise you, all I got to do is a love reading. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do. But I was feeding a part of me that did not give a fuck. That did not give a fuck. Okay? That did not give a fuck. When I was doing love readings, I was in the energy of it. I was in the energy of it. But then after some time, it became, bitch, you need to heal. Why couldn't you see that before? Right? I was asleep. Even though I was awakened, I was asleep. I was asleep. I was trapped in it. And then my soul was ascending and it was like, oh, we can't take this no more. But we got to keep doing these love readings. So you would see me pop up and then you would see me disappear. You would see me pop up and then you would see me disappear. It got so fucking exhausting. My soul could not take it anymore. And I was like, I'm not being of value to anybody. I'm not. There's some real shit going on in this world, and all we got on the motherfucking YouTube is damn near fucking love readings. Every 2 seconds. Everywhere you look around, there's a love reading. who is really being helped. I am such a unique person. I feel like I have such a unique personality. Not to pump myself up too much. But, I feel like I have such a unique personality where I could be doing more with my readings than these punk ass love readings. That's only going to keep people, in the illusion. That's only going to keep people stuck. That's only going to keep people trapped. That's only going to keep people worrying about somebody else other than themselves. Right? It got to a point where I just was like, I can't take it. But I couldn't figure out how to get past it. Couldn't figure out how to get past it. It's not like I didn't do these readings before. I did these readings, but what happened? Every time I did a reading like this, it didn't really get views. You could watch this reading, give it some days or something, and see how many people actually watch it. But anytime I did readings where I actually said something meaningful, nobody watched it. So I was like, well, fuck it, let me do a love reading. Now I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If you looking for a love reading, you looking for somebody to tell you kumbayas, paint the rainbows and everything else, I'm the wrong motherfucking reader for you. I'm the wrong one. I will not sacrifice my peace or my happiness to sit here and tell you how this motherfucker love you when they don't. When they don't. You can't grow from that. You can't be better from that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you no motherfucking lie because I hate it. I hate a fake bitch. I don't like being fake. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to sugarcoat nothing else anymore. We are in the age of Aquarius at this point. No wonder my soul was fucking fighting that, right? I don't want to sit here and lie to nobody. I don't want to pretend like everything's so cute when it's not. So that doesn't help you. I know there's something that you may want to hear. People don't like hearing the truth, especially when they're not ready to receive it. But if you're not ready to receive it, you'll go back to that fake person. But eventually, you'll come back to me because I'll still be here telling you the truth. One day you will come back. When you finally get out of the illusions and you start to wake up, you'll come back and be like, oh wait, that bitch was talking about something. Let me go see if she still exists. And hopefully I am still here for you. And I haven't moved on to some other shit. So I'm hoping that people, can learn from whatever it is that I'm talking about why you got me. Because honestly, I don't feel like I'll be doing this forever. I don't feel it in my heart. I don't feel like I'll be around. But I hope I get to get majority of the people where you can actually grow. You can actually grow while you got me. You can actually change and become somebody that you actually are proud of and want to be while you still have me. Okay? I'm just like, because you ain't going to find men that like me, whether you like it or not. Whether you want to admit it or not. You're not going to. Okay? But either way it goes, when will it change? It's not about accepting defeat, but I feel like Spirit is saying it's about you accepting your truth. When you're ready for it to change, that's when it's going to change. When you're ready for it to change. So, whatever circumstance you're going through, whether it's in love or it's within your finances, Spirit is saying when you finally get tired of enduring what you don't have to endure is when it's going to change. A lot of times we tolerate things. I could work that job a little bit longer. I could deal with that relationship a little bit longer. I'm having fun right now, right? You're not tired of it. If you can still deal with it, you're not tired of it. So, when you are finally ready to change and let go of what's not working, when you realize it's not working and you're ready to let it go, that's when it's going to change for you. That's when all the great things are going to come in for you. When you are finally truthfully ready to admit to yourself in the universe, God, whomever you believe in, whatever higher power, okay? When you are truly ready to admit that you are done and you are ready for growth, is when it's going to change for you. And it's going to be something wonderful. It is. But first, you got to start with yourself. I feel like that's the whole purpose of this reading. I'm tired of the Twin Flame Soulmate readings because honestly, you need to be working on yourself. That's why you're tired of it. That's why you're not drawn to them love readings anymore as much as you used to be or something. Because now your time. It's your time. Whether you have someone present or not, it's your time. When is Taurus? You're going to care for Taurus and stop caring about everybody else. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, whomever. Even down to your kids. But love your kids though, because you know they need you. So not truly down to your kids. But when is Taurus gonna put themselves first? When is Taurus gonna treat themselves first, or put yourself first? It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. We all hit our times, you know, whenever we hit our times. That's why you see the billionaire people hit. I don't even want to say Kylie Jenner, but fuck it. Let's use Kylie Jenner. Hit a billionaire at a young age, or you see people hit a billionaire at an older age. You see people find their husband and wives at a young age, and you see people find their husband and wives at an old age. Honestly, I feel like it's destiny, but it's really our choice because we create our reality. If you wait till later, you just chose later to grow. Okay, you weren't ready to accept whatever it is that you needed to accept. But if you're ready now, you can change your reality and you can have your life look like however you want it to look like. It's all about when you're ready. Spirit is saying there's nothing stopping you. There's really nothing holding you back except yourself. Except yourself. When you're tired of it, you'll change it. And when you change it, you'll get what you desire. Your life will be what you want it to be. But as long as you're not ready for it and you don't accept it, you're going to get whatever you get. Whatever you're manifesting. So if somebody's half-assing you, you're manifesting that. You're attracting that. If you're not getting all that you could get, that you know and feel in your heart that you should be getting, you're attracting it. But if you know you should be getting better, then you need to put that focus into yourself because you need to be attracting that. Instead of visualizing this person, visualize yourself getting your shit together. Visualizing you getting all that you should get. If you know somebody's not treating you right, visualize what you should be getting. And don't include that person because you can't control them. So visualize a man or woman treating you right. A man or woman giving you what you feel that you're deserving of. But you want to be careful with the deserving part because if you have not done the inner work, you're going to call in some bullshit. You're going to call in some bullshit. Because if you have not done the inner work, you have not done the shadow work that needed to be done to heal that inner child. Like I started off in the beginning of part 1, your perception of your soulmate is fucked up. Because you're calling your soulmate in from a place of where you are now. And this ain't where you're exactly meant to be. Once you accept yourself and you know what you deserve, you'll call in a better soulmate. You'll call in more money. You'll call in a better lifestyle. You call it in. You don't need nobody to give it to you. You'll call it in. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much